I wonder, do y'all think Drake would try to go out and buy a physical copy of this movie just to say he owns another piece of her? Nah, let me let me chill. All right, my fault. Right? As a Drake stan, I couldn't help myself. But you know what? I can't help myself too. One of the better looking movies of 2024. Because let me tell you something. When we're talking about creativity at its highest, Pharrell Williams is one of those individuals because this biopic, basically in the format of Lego animations, is insane. Never been done before as far as in hip hop biopics. So expect to see a lot of copycats if this ends up being successful. Because at first glance, and even I've heard from a broader age group, this is not intriguing or appealing to them. So as far as the box office, that will only tell if this would be copied again and again for the foreseeable future. Because it looks like a kid movie, but it's a hip hop biopic. So it's really nothing kiddish about it. But the animation would definitely throw certain age groups off as far as going to watch it. Like imagine being like telling your 60, 70, 50-year-old homies that you about to go watch a Lego movie, right? They ain't trying to hear what it's about. They gonna say no. So anyways, this movie comes out October 11th, 2024, directed by Morgan Neville. Now, I don't know who Morgan Neville is, but I assume he's a pretty great director because his distribution is focused features and they do not cut any corners when it comes to quality. And especially just it being a Lego movie in general. I don't know, and maybe this is the bias or the kid inside of me coming out. I don't think I've ever seen a bad Lego movie. Y'all have to remind me, but I don't think I've ever seen a bad movie in Lego animation. I don't know what it is about the Lego animation, but it just makes it seem like it's just larger than life. Because who in the world would dislike a Lego movie after putting so much emphasis on just the creation of it? If you've seen the behind the scenes of Lego movies, it almost makes you enjoy the actual movie even more because people are spending day in and day out animating this movie scene by scene by scene. And then for it to come out like the finished product, I think it's just something to be amazed at in itself. Anyways, so this is obviously a Pharrell Williams life story biopic. It's inspired by his childhood love of Legos and him just wanting to create something different for his particular biopic. Like what's something that hasn't been done before. And he found it with this use of Lego animation. So of course, Pharrell Williams voiced by himself, and the supporting cast is a plethora of people. I mean, we have Kendrick is a part of this, Jay Z is a part of this, Snoop Dogg is a part of this, Justin Timberlake, Timberland, and way more. I would be interested to see if they put Kanye in this. I'm not gonna lie to you. If they put Kanye in this, like they'll have to get a different voice actor. Like that's how far gone Kanye is at this point. Like he's still, you know, able to do the voice acting. But let's just say we would prefer somebody else because Kanye messed around and leaked the whole script on the internet. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, man, forget Lego. They should have made me a biopic first and leaked the whole script. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they don't get him for this movie. But what I will say is that the whole aspect of this being a biopic of Pharrell leads it to be a biopic of hip hop. If you don't know the amount of songs that Pharrell Williams has been a part of, it's insane. So, I mean, if you just go from generations, he still has diamond hits. And I'm trying to look it up because I want to look up the actual songs that like what's it, and I want to look up the ranking basically. So Happy is of course his most successful track ever, and Let me see. Get Lucky with Daft Punk is the second most successful record ever. Blurred Lines with Robin Thicke and T.I., which is controversial because I believe they like just straight up stole that from somebody. Like they just straight up just Elvis Presley that from somebody. It was like, hey, give me that sound, and they just ran with it. So Blurred Lines is that's not an achievement. Frontin' featuring Jay Z. Uh, so that's why you'll probably see Jay Z. And then you have Marilyn Monroe. So that would be the top five, but I'm not counting Blurred Lines. Let me see. Let me see. And then as far as the sixth one, I don't even know. It doesn't give me. Okay. So, anyways, those are the top five statistically speaking. But personally, I would snatch Blurred Lines out of there because I just, people talk about Drake and ghostwriting, but they basically stole a whole song that was already popular. Like it's kind of what Future did to Tim's when Tim's had the track Higher, bubbling, not even bubbling, it was supremely popular on the charts. And Future just came, used it for Wait For You, slapped Drake on it, and now it's the number one single in the world. Like, hey, the greats will run with your sound, won't they? So, anyways, that's one of the things I really despise. But as a creative, I feel like it shouldn't hurt as much because you could just create again. Like, people who can't create is usually just limited to copying creators. So, anyways, with that being said, this biopic was seemingly pushed by Pharrell, but Pharrell came out and said that initially he was resistant to the idea, but was convinced by the creative freedom offered by Lego Animation. So that was pretty interesting because, in the trailer, it seems like he's the one who came up with the idea. But according to Pharrell himself, Lego Animation approached him. So the director, Morgan Neville, was able to, innovate a lot with directing, but at the end of the day, it's only so much you can innovate in a biopic, you know what I mean? Not too many creative freedoms you can take with my life, you know what I mean? So, what else? I think that's basically it. I mean, Pharrell Williams is coming out with an animated biopic, and the reason why I even wanted to highlight this is because I just think it shows just artistry and creativity on another level, and it's just one of the bigger displays of creativity that I've seen in a while, as far as something being unique and personable at the same time. Because usually Lego movies are like Batman, superhero type films. Like it's not really too serious. So for this Lego movie to get into the biopic lane, remember what I'm saying. This is going to be copied if it's successful at the box office. And even if it's not successful at the box office, I wouldn't be surprised people just copy this just cause. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those type of ideas where using Lego to tell the life of your story. I mean, that's just beyond creative. I don't know why nobody's thought of it. Like it's one of those, something's creative when you look at it and you think to yourself, why hasn't no one done this before? That's usually the litmus scale for how creative somebody is. So, anyways, yeah, man, that's basically it. I'm not probably, I'm most likely going to put this on the cover of my episode, but this is mostly a gaming episode, and I'm going to highlight this on my episode solely for the fact that I think out of all the news I've seen regarding music, this creatively is the most intriguing one. Now, is it the one that makes me the most excited? No, because I can't wait for June 19th to see how Kendrick just shuts down LA. But obviously, can't have Kendrick twice on back-to-back episodes. Like at that point, my Drake Stan card would get taken away. So anyways, we're going to have this one up, Pharrell and his Lego version, and basically, promoting his movie that's set to come out October 11th, 2024. And it's titled Piece by Piece. With that being said, click my link tree in my bio. Let me know on one of my social medias. What do you think about Pharrell Williams putting out a Lego biopic October 11th? And will you be giving it a watch?